Hey guys, all right, so I am back and today I have got this foundation. Now I have a feeling that they are lying to me once again, but this is the, excuse me, the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Foundation. This said that it was new on Ulta's website, but True Match foundations have been out. Maybe the Super Blendable is what's different about this. I don't know. So we're just gonna try it today. I've tried True Match in the past. The shade W0.5 Warm Light has worked well in the past for me, but this one seems a little bit light today. So big bummer about this. And as you can see, I did pump some out because when I got this in the mail from Ulta, there was no cap. Like the cap was not present at all. And the little lid right here, it says it's the like, can you see that, like the little twist and lock lid? It doesn't do that, it just twists all the way around. So because I'm paranoid, I opened it up, twist the cap off, I looked to see if it was tampered with in any way, and it did not appear to be, so I squirted out like 2 squirts of it into the sink. Nothing looked weird. Again, it didn't look like it was tampered with, it just looked like the cap maybe fell off or something like that, but there was no cap. So I'm gonna try it anyway because we have to conquer our fears, ladies. And I've got a sponge today, which I'm actually going to use. I might use that first. And I also have a brush. So let's just see how it goes. As you guys know, I'm still dealing with this little bit of eczema right here. So let's just get to it, shall we? I've got a little bit of extra, I don't know, like Vaseline on it. So I'm just gonna dab it off with this. I don't wanna rub it or anything. I'm just gonna dab it off. It's doing a lot better. I feel like it's just about healed up, but it's still wanting to grab onto foundations and stuff. All right, so here we are. When I squirted this into the sink, it was very thin and runny, so yes, that is the case. The shade actually looks really good. So we're gonna see, and I keep trying to put a cap on there, but there's no cap. So I'm gonna actually, because it's so thin, I'm still gonna use the sponge, but I'm just gonna dab it on my face first. Oh yeah, that looks like actually like a really good shade for me. Might be a little too much product. It's very thin, and I have found that it might be a little bit too light. I've found that I really like thin formulas the older I get because it's just less cakey usually. Not all thicker lotiony type formulas are bad, but I feel like the thinner the formula, it's got a better chance of succeeding for me. All right, so I feel like a lot of the product did soak up into the sponge. Not too much, maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna put a little bit more around my eyes because that's the true test for coverage. Make sure that hairline is blended. Nothing worse than having a foundation hairline, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so can you see the, like it's still trying to grab onto that. And because the skin that we're trying to blend this with on my neck is so fair, any part that's dark, such as this hyperpigmentation area, might look a little bit crusty. I'm gonna put a little bit around my nose, a little bit more, and we'll just see what happens. All right, so let's see. We've got close-up mirrors, what we're looking for. All right, it looks really good. I think there is coverage that's happening because you can tell between the eyes, but maybe because of the sponge, it's looking very, very natural. So I do have a brush, so let's just even out the other side and then we'll just see how that looks. Okay, so I feel like the coverage was a little bit better with the brush, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see, like it's gunking up in all my pores. Oh, it's hard to see in this light. Yeah, there we go. See that? I don't know if you can see, but like it's like it just sticks in all my pores, and it's catching on to everything. It's just weird because it's not too bad under my eye right here, but this, I don't know what it is about my nose. It's like, no matter what I do, like you guys have tried primers and all that stuff. I've tried everything. This side's not too bad, so it might have just been the brush. So, but let's just see if it builds up a little bit. I got a little bit left on my thing, so just put a little bit extra right around here and even around my nose, and we'll just see. Okay, so I do feel like it does build up, but does it build up well? Let's check. And I'm afraid like it's not, because, and you can say whatever you want about, well, yeah, the reason why it's getting in your pores is because you're pushing it in there. Well, that's how you put on makeup though, you know what I'm saying? Like, still better. The sponge side is still better. So yeah, if you, depending on what you want, what you're used to, what you're comfortable with, if you want to use a sponge with this product, I say it looks good, and it's, you know, I feel like it's blending on really well with the sponge. It blended fine with the brush. If you like to use a brush, if you don't have large open pores, you probably won't have this problem. Even on my dry patch right here under my eye, it's not catching too much, but it is catching a little bit. But I will say that I like the sponge application for my nose area better. The rest of my face is fine without just the brush application. So it's pretty matte though, I would have to say that. Like, it's pretty matte, and this shade might be just a tad too light for me. But they have a good shade range, I feel like. I think it's very blendable, just like it says. Let me see if I can find any claims. It doesn't really have any claims. It just says True Match Super Blendable Foundation. So I guess on pros, it did build up fine, doesn't look crusty. There's like the teeny weeny tiniest bit of light reflecting right off of here. But when I look up close, it's pretty matte. So if you're looking for a matte foundation, I think this is it. Again, like, the reason why it's shining so much right now is because I'm right in front of the window. I've got outside light coming in. It's natural daylight, but there's also like some snow on the ground, so it's like a lot of light. So even though I don't have studio lights, which I don't have any studio lights whatsoever, it's all natural lighting. But because it's so much light, it's going to reflect regardless of whether or not this is a, you know, dewy / reflective foundation. So I would consider this more on the matte side. If you're looking for a matte foundation, you might really like this. I want to say it was around $14. I'll put everything in the description. I'm not going to do the rest of my makeup for camera because I just think it's going to be too long of a video. So you guys let me know how you feel about this kind of a foundation. You let me know if this is like, if they lied to me again and said this was new when it's really not. So as a first impression, I think it's nice. I do kind of feel like I would want like the next shade down just to see if we can get like a little less pale face, because I think technically it's the right shade, but it's just barely, like, I don't know, it's not, I feel like it's not jiving real well with the rest of my skin. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, first impression, I think it's nice. I'm not dying over it. I'm going to say that right away. And I'll update, you know, how it wears and stuff for the rest of the day. But I'm just not dying over it. It seems okay, but it actually seems pretty mediocre to me at this point. I've got 1,000 foundations. That could be a literal statement. I've got a lot of foundations, and this isn't standing out as like some amazing foundation. So that's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you in the next one.